Let's talk about creating value in terms of knowing your intentions. So, what are intentions? Intentions are things that you put out there to the universe that hopefully come true eventually. For example, I can start with something very simple. I wake up in the morning and I intend to get out of bed. And then I intend to take a shower. And then I intend to make coffee. So those are my intentions. As I put each intention out there, the intention comes true because I'm able to easily live into each intention and fulfill it because those are very simple intentions that I'm able to accomplish in the moment. When we get into life coaching, we get into intentions that are more complex and more all-encompassing and have greater repercussions if we either follow through or don't follow through with them. For example, your intention can be to come in and revolutionize a company. Maybe that's what they're hiring you to do. They're hiring you to get everything in order, especially the person you're working with, and really recreate everything from the ground up. The intention is there for you to do something. So intentions are very important and very powerful. With them, you can do tremendous things. You can make a lot happen. Without them, probably not. Probably not much is going to happen at all because there's not the initial intention. I know people who, before a business meeting of any kind, will have a moment and focus on their intentions. What is their intention for that meeting? It's sort of like a meditation. And when you do this, even in something small like a business meeting, you realize that you're building a series of intentions, and usually what you intend, you at least remember during the meeting. Wait a minute, I remember I intended to get this contract signed during the meeting. That's what I'm here for. That's my intention. Let's get back to focusing on that. So you at least remember your focus. And if you do this over time, you live a life of intention. Let's talk about an anticipated outcome that is intended or that guides your planned actions. Now, I've already talked about this a little bit. The anticipated outcome, remember the example, going into the meeting, having the idea that in the meeting there's going to be the signing of the contract, for example, or it can be anything. Maybe you want to make a specific contact in the meeting. You want to make yourself known to someone in your industry who you can work with. This person will be instrumental in the next level of your career or what have you. Or maybe you're working with your client and for the meeting, you want them to be able to present their new idea. That's your intention for them for the meeting. But it's important that you understand the anticipated outcome part of this. It's an anticipated outcome that is intended or that guides your planned actions. So when you have an intention, you are actually expecting to win. You're anticipating the outcome. It's not as if it's something you would like to happen or you think might happen or wouldn't it be great if that happened, and then you keep thinking about it and hoping for it and so forth. It's not of that nature. It's something that's much more proactive than that. It's something where ahead of time you realize, I want this. This is what I want. And it's very clear in your mind. It's a very set thing that's going to happen. And more importantly, you anticipate that it will happen. You fully expect for it to happen. And when you share this with your client, the power of intention, getting them to start intending things, then you have given them a tremendous gift. And remember, a lot of what you're doing is empowering your client. You're giving them the ability, the gift, the power to do what you do for them. So you're doing things for them, but really your goal is to get them to do those things for themselves. You don't want them to be dependent upon you forever. You want them to learn these skills that you have. So teaching them that when they go into a situation, they should intend to get what they want, that's a very valuable tool. Think about Donald Trump or any other person you may respect in business. When they go into a situation, they expect to win. They don't expect to maybe get what they want or maybe not, or for people to kind of think about giving them what they want. No, they expect to get exactly what they want. Their expectations are reasonable, meaning that they fully know they can achieve them. It may not seem reasonable to the average person, but they are reasonable to that person because they know they can get it, and they do. Let's take a look at how to communicate your intentions to your clients. Now, you're going to have intentions that benefit them. It's not as if you're going to have a list of things such as, oh, I want to make more money from you, and I want to retire at a certain age, and so forth and so on. Those aren't the intentions that you're communicating to your clients. The intentions that you're communicating to them are the intentions that benefit them or whatever it is they're doing in their personal lives or their professional lives or both. Your intentions are your best wishes for them, but they're beyond wishes because intentions, as you already know, are anticipated outcomes. You expect them to win. So it all starts with you figuring out what they're trying to do. And once you figure that out, you can look at the plan and say, okay, here's what's going on. Here's what I see. Here's how we can change that, or here's how we can get you focused on that. And as you achieve each goal or win each battle or jump each hurdle, however you want to look at it, you are living into that intention. And you are reinforcing the idea in your subconscious mind that you're a winner. You get things done. Your intentions come true. And it really doesn't take a superhuman to do this. So I don't want you to set it up as, well, there's this skill that you can learn. And if you're really up for it, then I think maybe you can master it. No, it's something that everyone can do. We all do it every day. As I started out saying, you have to intend to get out of bed. You have to intend to take a shower. You have to intend to make coffee or go buy coffee or intend to get in your car and drive to work or whatever you are doing, you intend to do it and you expect it to work out. When you think about getting out of bed in the morning, you expect to win. You expect your feet to land on the ground and for yourself to get out of bed and for that to work out. So you start out the day on a positive foot, so to speak, every day. That is the same concept that we're using when you go into a meeting and you expect to get a multi-million-dollar contract signed or you expect your client to get that. You have intentions for your client, intentions that are going to come true. So it's not some metaphysical concept. It's something that's normal and natural. Let's talk about the coaching model in terms of the big picture. And I want to talk about your inner circle and self-awareness. Your inner circle, if you were to think of a series of circles, we're going to talk about a series of circles, but your very inner circle, the very center of everything in your coaching model is self-awareness. Self-awareness, being aware of yourself. And I want you to teach this to your client also. Your self-awareness is very important to you. So you should always work on your self-awareness, being aware of what you're doing, of who you are, of what your intentions are, of where you're going, of how you're feeling, of whether or not you're in the right situation, and so forth. That's your very inner circle. So I want you to be self-aware through meditation or just introspection or self-reflection every now and then, or however you accomplish that. I want you to become self-aware, aware of yourself. Sometimes we know everybody else and what everybody else needs, but we neglect ourselves. We don't really know ourselves. We don't really get to know what we need or who we are or how we even feel about a situation. Sometimes we block that. We move forward in our lives. We block the feelings of really how we feel in any particular situation. So develop self-awareness, but I also want you to coach your clients to see the big picture, which starts with them. It starts with self-awareness. Now, realize, as I've said, not every client's going to be up for this. Sometimes you're going to walk into a situation, the client's going to say, oh, that self-awareness stuff is nice, but here's what you need to do today. Here's A, B, and C, and you need to do that. Self-awareness is nice, and maybe we'll talk about that some other time. But I want you to, with your clients who are open for it, to work on their